That's a lot of movement.
We got inspection fee, basic breakdown. Alright, so this is what we got. So we got inspection, basic breakdown and inspection of the turbo. They recommended a new CHRA, but I didn't want it because, again, this is just a temporary turbo. I don't need it permanently. I just need it to work for the time being so I can get the other one fixed. So as you can see, this isn't a very expensive undergoing, so they'll clean up your turbo, inspect it, make sure everything's good, and then reassemble it, send it back to you. So it didn't cost me a whole hell of a lot of money. And then they'll pressure test it and whatnot, and the it turned out pretty good. So oh shit. Wow. Holy shit. Oh, you did clean it. Damn. So there we go. I'm gonna have to find some old pictures of it, because I mean, it's difficult to do it justice in terms of how good it looks right now. Wow, it does look good. Look at that. Jesus. I asked them to clean it, and I'll be damned if they didn't clean it. Yeah, I mean, the wheel isn't exactly the cleanest, but it's no shaft play. And it spins very freely, so that's technically speaking what you want. So yeah, we got basically a new old turbo, if that makes sense. I mean, technically speaking, as long as the CHRA is still in good shape, your turbo's still good. This weld, if people are wondering, is because it used to be an internal wastegate turbo. That's nice. Turbo. And what I did was we welded the flap shut and turned it into an EWG, an external wastegate turbo. Yeah. But this actually looks really freaking good. I am actually pretty excited to put this on. Let me flip it over. Oh yeah, she's not light though. Nope. She's definitely been lifting. So yeah, she's been given a pretty good once over. That's crazy. For what they charge, I'm very happy. I mean, I'm very freaking happy. And it looks like they even put new might have put new bolts on. But essentially what I'm going to do is put this on for the time being, and something's going to be going on with the existing turbo that's on there. So I mean, I might have given you a hint about what's going to happen to it, that because I'm not just going to throw the damn thing away. I mean, so I'm not sure yet if we're just going to repair it, but they offered me an alternative option as well, which I am definitely going to consider. But number one, I got to figure out exactly what failed, then I'll kind of go from there. But yeah, this looks really good. And this is just the other pieces for it. Basically, this is the Mazda specific exhaust flange. So this connects up to the downpipe, needless to say, and then the gasket's still there. The gasket isn't in tremendous shape, but I'll just reuse the gasket I already have. And the coolant line is not in great shape, but I already have a line, so I can reuse that as well. But yeah, this is basically what you get back if you send the turbo off to ATP to be serviced, and I am definitely not disappointed at all with the product that I got back. So knowing that it is in good working order, and it is clean, and it is super cold because it's winter and it was sitting outside for a while. We'll be making arrangements to put this in, so that'll likely be the next video that we see, is this going. If I wasn't so lazy right now, I would go get the KO4 just to show the difference, but I think people already saw the difference between the two. But damn, that looks good. Damn, that looks good. Damn, that looks good. You know, technically I don't want to say it, but this probably is in better shape than the GTX. In all seriousness, this probably looks a hell of a lot better. Damn. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So the next video, like I said, will likely be putting this in or taking the other one out, or a combination of the two. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it'll be something along those lines. But more to come, needless to say. So we're here to do a little bit of work. Obviously, we have the car there. I have a car here that a lot of people haven't seen in a while. This one. Mr. 531 at the wheel. This one, she's been going through some growing pains, so she'll probably be back up and running sooner than later. But for right now, we're working on this one, so we're gonna go ahead and put in the other turbo, the one that I got from ATP, which would be this one right there. So gonna drop that in there. But look at the scenery. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. And I don't even like water, but that's a very nice one. We're about to get started. Got my trusty flashlight set up here. So essentially what we're going to try to do is disassemble pretty much all of this area and just try to pull the turbo, because I don't have an EGR, which is very difficult to see right there. There's no EGR there, and the turbo's right there. So in theory, should be able to just unbolt it from the manifold, and with obviously all of this removed, the intake track and the battery tray and the meth tank, I'm just going to move all that out the way, and I should in theory be able to just pull it over. Maybe. We're going to see, but got to start disassembling things first. Alright, we are moving right along. So we got the battery out, disconnected, intake is out, so meth tank is also out, which I discovered that there's a little leaksy poo going on. If you can look right there. Yeah, fuck. So I'll likely need to reseal the meth tank, but it is what it is. Grounds look good though for the kit though. You know, I really took time and put a lot of effort into getting those done. So the grounds are still holding good, but clearly the tank itself is failing a little bit. And even if you look at the tank, you can see there's some failure going on here. Yeah, a little bit of cracking around the epoxy, so no worries. Put a stronger epoxy on it, should be fine. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and take out the inlet pipe that goes directly on the turbo, and then also take out this battery tray, which is probably going to take me all of maybe 5 minutes of that. So let me get that done. So I figured I would real time tape the removal here. Actually, I'm just going to turn the light on here. It's a lot easier. So inlet is off, but let's take a look at the turbo. Actually, let's take a look inside the intake track. What is that, boys and girls? That is oil. So my suspicions are basically confirmed at this point. Seals likely went in the turbo, but yeah, I could look at that right now and see there's quite a bit of lubricant in there. Yeah, that is oil. So that's a pretty obvious sign that you have some issues with your turbo. Oh shit. But let's see if we can. Yeah, you see? Yeah, that's bad. That's terrible. That's a lot of movement. That's a lot of movement. Yeah, so she's pretty much fucked. Oh shit. My baby. So, but the good thing is from this angle we can actually see how we're gonna go about the uninstall. There's a lot of room right here. That's about the light at. All right. So there's a pretty good amount of room here because again I don't have an EGR. So normally there would be a little piece of well, there would be a device here that would stick out to probably about right here, and would be in the way. And as you can see, that's not here. So there's a decent amount of clearance here if you look between the manifold and the turbo, and then even more clearance here between the EGR block-off plate and the turbo. So once we get all these lines moved, essentially, and we get the intercooler piping in it. Yeah, I just thought about that. That's probably going to be tremendously terrible. I can imagine what that's going to look like inside. Fuck. Shit happens though. But yeah, once we disconnect the intercooler pipe and unbolt the turbo from the manifold, thankfully I have a V-band downpipe. So there's just one clamp to basically separate that, so the turbo will come out as one piece. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to take out the if I'm going to take the downpipe connection side off of the turbo to give me a little bit more space to pull this thing through. But we're going to see how it works first with that on and see if I can get it out, which I should be able to. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish the teardown and finish taking everything out, and then we'll check the intercooler pipe and see just how shitty that looks. Alright, so we're moving pretty fast. I took the front mount. I decided to disconnect that first. Oh boy. Alright. So let's disconnect this in. Come on. There we go. And, oh boy. Damn. Well, there's our intercooler pipe. So, let's take a look inside. Alright, let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah. That's, fuck. Oh, she died on me. Damn. Yeah. That's depressing. That's pretty depressing. But yeah, there's tons of oil in this hot pipe. It is remarkably bad. Remarkably bad. Shit, it got on the manifold. Oh, I really need a towel. Fuck. Yeah, paper towel will have to work for now. Get off. Bitch is way too expensive to be getting fucking shit on it. Alright. So, where's my flashlight at? Let's go ahead and hurt my feelings some more. Shit. Doing such a good job. Alright. Oh, tremendous. Look at that. Yeah, that's... Oh, man. How about some more good news? Or not. Look at that. Mad oil. Mad oil. What is this? I have a... Huh. Holy shit. I just found something here. I have a hole in this pipe here. It's a small hole, but a hole's a hole, and that's gonna cause a boost leak, so I'm gonna have to replace this section of pipe. Oh man, we're just getting all sorts of good news today. All sorts of fucking good news. Well, let's continue the bad news here. Got an update.
Put your fucking phone
three.
away.
Put your fucking phone. We got 3 of the 4 bolts off. Yeah, that's not good. So I was told when I got the manifold that the bolts needed to be tightened down.
More than human strength.
Re-tightened down, and I did. I tightened them, and now it won't come off. So 1, 2, and 3 are off, but that one won't come off. So tried sockets, tried opening wrenches, torque bar, breaker bars, big hammers and shit, and strip bit kits. None of that shit's working. So going to the cutting wheel. Just picked up a cutting wheel from Harbor Freight. So I'm gonna try to chop the bitch off. See if it'll go off that way. Let's see what happens. Thinking. Actually, no, we should have space.
We might want to take the oil line off first.
Yeah. All sorts of light. All sorts of light. All sorts of light. I might have turned
You might have turned it too far down. Might have turned it too far down. Yeah.
Oh shit!
deal with it. Blade keeps getting stuck.
Alright, so day 2 into this failure. So, essentially from yesterday, we just kind of agreed that it was going to be a lost proposition. Too much time had gone by fucking around with the bolt, so just kind of decided that it's a no-go. So last night we took out the downpipe, the O2s, and now today, starting with disconnecting the oil line, which is the oil drain, I should say, which is already disconnected, and the coolant line. Basically, trying to figure out right now how to avoid having coolant drip all over the place, because apparently that's something that people don't want for whatever reason. But that's the goal right now. And then still gonna try to pull this out the side. Not gonna remove the manifold. I've already made a judgment call on that. The manifold's not coming out, so there's enough room that the GTX should slide right out. Like, as you can see, there's a lot of area there. It should come right out the side. And 28, needless to say, is a decent amount smaller. I mean, it's not much smaller, but it's small enough that it should cooperate fairly well and pull out the side. But this has been an uphill struggle. So, word of advice for people with performance all-wheel drive cars: don't drive the cars in the snow. That's yeah, don't drive the cars in the snow, because the amount of rust that's been caked on from driving around in the fucking snow is laughable. Like, everything, the downpipe bolts, the O2, like, everything is terrible because of all the rust. It wouldn't be a complicated job if it wasn't for all the rust, like making everything impossible to take off. But goal now is get this shit outside. Yeah. Alright. So, back to action. This is for the boys on the forums. Let's get back to work. Alright, so we got the...
It spins so freely, though.
Yeah, it fucking spins freely.
And it rotates, too.
Oh my god. You know, this is a test of ingenuity. And... how's the exhaust side? Oh my god. Holy shit. But, I mean, think about it. It was driving like that. That's craziness. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so this was... yeah, this turbo was properly fucked. But, alright, I just wanted to show people that this is very possible to get this out the side. So this is a GTX3076.
After removing the line.
Oh, shit, it's pissing.
Oh, shit.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. But... but basically had to remove pretty much everything out the way. A lot of these wiring harnesses, the shifter cable supports. As you can see, the manifold is still in place. That does not need to be taken out. So it is possible to get this out the side. You just have to twist it funky and it comes out. But we're good to go. So turbo is out. But yeah, it's in way worse shape than I thought it was. It's pretty fucked. But you know, that just goes to show like how good of a turbo that Garrett makes, that with that turbo in that shape, it was still drivable, which says a lot. So I'm going to take off the downpipe side, throw it on the 28, which looks like a rock star compared to that, and the switch is going right back in. And I'm probably going to take a dump, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to have to stop this. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break here and take a look at some, oh my gosh. So, right now the turbo is literally pissing oil out both sides. So it's kind of like, it's like when you throw up, but then you get diarrhea. But,
Is this like a common occurrence of yours?
I'm not saying this was something that personally happened. I'm just saying I've heard of shit like that happening. But yeah, a little bit of movement there. There's probably not supposed to be that much movement. Keep in mind, this was in the car, and it was semi-drivable. Yeah. That's how you know she's dead. The funny thing is it still spins. It's crazy. The blades look like it could have ingested something. I'm not sure, though. ATP will be the final diagnosis on this, but for right now, there's evidence everywhere that something's not right here, so I'm going to finish putting in the other turbo, though. Alright. Turbo is together. It actually looks really nice. So we got our oil feed on, our coolant line, and of course the return is, the oil return is in there on the bottom. So now we're going to throw this bitch back in, and good times. Alright, so everything is together, and we're going to go ahead and try starting it and see what happens. You think it'll start? No smoke. Decided to PB blast, that's all I'm saying. Why the fuck is the meth on?